Hello and welcome to 3 Minute Gaming. I'm Nathan, and today I'm going to take up this game is worth your time and bandwidth. Today's game is the Entropy Center. Replace the portal gun with a time manipulation gun, and what do you get? That one mission in Titanfall 2? Well, yes, but also the Entropy Center. Is this puzzler worth diving into? The Entropy Center is currently available on PC, Xbox, or PlayStation, where it will set you back about $25. And the game took me about 5 to 6 hours to beat, but apparently other gaming outlets like Game Informer took 15 hours to beat it, which I can't fathom that, but I guess I'll just say how long it is might depend a bit on how good you are at puzzle games. What exactly is the Entropy Center? Well, it's a first-person puzzle game with its core element being time manipulation and drawing more than a little inspiration from the Portal games. You play as Arya, who, after witnessing the Earth literally explode in the intro, awakens to a derelict Entropy Center with no knowledge of what it is or how she got there. Shortly after, she finds a cheerful talking time gun, Astra, and is sent out to solve the center's various puzzles because solving puzzles will save the Earth. Yes, really. The dynamic between Arya and her ever-cheerful gun, Astra, is charming and feels a bit like the inverse of the Shell-GLaDOS relationship, but in a good way. Their banter allows for a good amount of comedy as well as some necessary world building as you try and figure out what exactly is going on. Of course, the root of the game is its first-person puzzling, and these are centered around your primary mechanic, which is time reversal. The Entropy gun Arya is armed with can back up time on key puzzle objects for up to 35 seconds, as well as pause an object mid-time and then unfreeze it to let gravity do the rest. This often means you will be solving puzzles in reverse as you try and figure out what needs to be where in a given time and then using the gun to manipulate them. Like Portal, the game starts off very simple with just box on button style puzzles, but quickly evolves to add bounce pads, springboards, light bridge boxes, laser boxes, rivers, and more. As you can guess, the more of these that combine together, the more complex the puzzles get, although honestly I found most of them to be fairly easy and not overly frustrating. As an added bonus, often the Entropy Center around you succumbs to its derelict nature and collapses, meaning there's some more organic style time reversal puzzles to play with as well. The game's environment and story are very important, as the mystery of why exactly the Earth keeps blowing up, why the center is empty, and how Arya and Astra can fix it is the driving point throughout. As you progress, the game also offers surprisingly rich diversity of environments for the center, starting with the basic office-style testing center look, and leading to artificial tropical beaches, a museum, a greenhouse that's rainy, and more. So all in all, the Entropy Center is a very Portal-inspired puzzle game that focuses on time manipulation, an engaging story, and characters, and a whole lot of brain-melting conundrums. So what did I like about the Entropy Center? Well, the game's environments and steady pace of progression is very well done, with there always being something new to explore and the station opening up and allowing for some indirect storytelling. I was always excited to go to the next area and attempt the next puzzle. Additionally, the rewind gun is really clever and allows for some absolutely mind-blowing scenarios that reminded me of some of the best bits in Portal. Similar to the whole now you're thinking in portals, you'll have to start thinking in Entropy gun in order to beat this game. And lastly, characters are very charming. Arya as a frustrated protagonist and Astra as the ever-chipper in the face of annihilation rewind gun play off each other very well and lead to some engaging dialogue. When it comes to the bad, I found that the puzzles are all decent, but never really amazing, probably due to the fact that it doesn't incorporate the multiple puzzle tools together all that often. Additionally, the lack of mid-puzzle checkpoints leads to some major frustrations, as missing one step in a 5-step process usually means you have to go back and set the entire thing up again from the beginning. And lastly, it might draw a little too much from Portal. At least for the first half of the game, really felt a bit unoriginal with its test chambers, cube and pressure plate puzzles, light bridges, and so on. This does improve in the second half of the game, but it's very clear where the inspiration here lay. As you know, I rate games here on a 3-point scale: must play, maybe consider, and don't bother, and I absolutely think Entropy Center is a must play as well as a hidden gem. This game basically came out of nowhere for me, and I'm really glad that I had the opportunity to check it out, as it is a phenomenal little puzzle game that manages to evoke those delightful Portal feelings while providing just enough of its own identity to see it through. If you enjoy first-person puzzlers, you should check this game out. And that is all I have for you today. Thank you so much for watching. If you played the Entropy Center, have you heard of it? Please let me know in the comments, but regardless, I highly recommend going out there and giving it a look.